Alrighty then. Alright guys, welcome back, or welcome to, if you're new here, to another stream from the Grease Monkey. I do these streams every Saturday, or most of them. Sometimes I do cancel. I am human. I do them every Saturday. I just use Blender. This is my Blender time. This is my Blender session. And I use this time to use Blender and all its power and glory, and keeps up the practice. So I'm gonna be starting with this stream. This stream, like as a whole, I'm gonna be trying to stream a collaboration I'm doing with Spitfire Storyboards. So if you don't know who Spitfire Storyboards is, let me see if I can bring his page up here. I'm doing a collaboration with Spitfire Storyboards. He's a excellent artist. He has a Discord, which you should definitely join. The link is in the description. We're all there hanging out. Post your work, learn some Blender. But we're doing a collaboration with him. We're making a sci-fi animatic teaser. We're still working out the details. It's not really important right now. What's important is that I'm doing these streams as a documentation for making this sci-fi scene, and we'll work through it, all the nitty-gritty. It's very slow paced. We're doing this on our spare time. We're doing this when we can. It's a long-term project. It's not like we're gonna get this done in 2 weeks type of situation. We're gonna keep it low pressure, but try to keep up the momentum type of situation. So this will be the first of those streams. Let me put on some background imagery. This is just an extension I have for ArtStation that just shows different art while I talk here. So yeah, we're gonna be going through the process, and we're gonna start from the ground floor. I've already gone through this process, this whole probably like 2 phases a couple times. So this third time it should be easier to like flow through, easier to go through, to make these like sci-fi scenes. I think that's about it. Join the Discord in the description. If you need materials with effects materials, I also have those. Check out my other videos. Check out the Discord. And yeah, we'll be making this sci-fi scene. I'm gonna take a couple more sips here while I let this art goes. But this ArtStation art is always so amazing. Like yes, like follow. All the time. What is this? Just like a really fancy bow? I'm like, yes. Or necktie. I love these scenes. Show you some story. Doesn't even look like he's holding the gun. But person got him liked, already following them. So yeah. So Spitfire recently just gave me some reference images to look at. These are not it, but he gave me some reference images to look at. And like I said, let's just start this. This is kind of like pre-production. We're going to look at some references. The stream shouldn't be too long. We're going to look at references. We're going to see what we like, write what we like, what we're aiming for. Write down some notes. Maybe even write notes in Blender, right? People do that, right? And just really start getting a feel for it, and then maybe start doing like an overall like rough, what's it called, blocking, like we're just gonna use squares and cubes and boxes. We're gonna start building out the room, start building out the stuff, but just really early stages, just so we can get it through. This is a cool scene too. This like wide is what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna be doing like a super cinematic ultra wide here. So let's go into it. I've been postponing this too long. Alright, so we have here, we'll start off with how my Blender's looking. I have 3 cameras that are set up, and this is just so I can play around with some cameras. And all 3 of these cameras are super wide. They are 2560 by 1080, which I think is like 21:9 if you're into that type of stuff. The cameras themselves, what I did was I went to the cameras, I selected the camera here, and what I do is I select this little presets. I selected Super 35 film for the sensor, and that sets up the sensor sensor size here. So that's what I have for the cameras. For these 3 little viewports here on the left side, what I did was I'm using different matte caps. You can't tell. This one's like a flat, this one's like a shiny, and this one's like a tune. And I'm doing that so I can see it in 3 different ways. And I'll work in gray here, just so when I start building it out. And these 3 cameras actually correspond to these 3 cameras that are just floating out here. And what I did was I made the camera, duplicated it 3 times, and then I made sure in the viewport, if you hit N on all of these, right, you can lock this viewport to a certain camera, right? So I hit local camera with the N menu here. Local camera, this one is 000, so right, 000, that's this camera. We have 001, right, so that's this camera over here. And you know, you get the picture. And then 002, right, so those are our 3 cameras here, 002. And we have our 3 cameras. And then what I also did was I made sure to, in the view lock, I hit lock camera to view on all 3 of them. So now, right, when I'm like messing with some compositing of the scene or blocking or whatever you want to call it, I could just go in here, middle click, shift click, and see how the camera just moves around here. And then I could set up my cameras a little better. And if I really wanted to, like, you know, get in there and really do the camera, I could hit, I think it's shift tilde, and then I can control the camera this way. You can see it on the right side that it's moving. You can see it's yellow. So I'm doing this mostly so I can have like my scene and I can look at it from different angles all at the same time to see if the stuff, if it works out, you know, if it looks good. It's very important to me, right? Give me 1 second. My cat is acting a fool over here. Oh man. All right. Anyway, so that's how I have my scene set up. I like it. I want to be able to look at the scenes and then we'll work on it here, right? So let's dive into the references that he sent me. Right now we're using this project manager tool called Sync Sketch, but we're thinking about trying some different ones, specifically the Ubisoft Share one. We really want to try that out, but right now we're using Sync Sketch. So let's look at our Sync Sketch. Let's see what we got here. This is my tab here. Okay, there we go. So he put 3 different references, and we can start writing down kind of like what we like from this. All right, so let me. All right, so yeah, let's just go through them. We'll start off with, he uploaded some scenes from Dynamo from Ian Hubert. Very good. I think what he likes from these, and it's obviously like this vibe, this feel, right? All these tubes and different you know, tubes, cables, pipes, hinges. Ian Hubert definitely has some tutorials on how to make pipes. If y'all don't know, check out Ian Hubert. He is great. And then check out his, you know, short film that he has on there. But he has, you know, tutorials on how to make, you know, realistic looking tubes. I think this is I already watched it, making pipes in Blender. And, you know, go through a lot of his tutorials. They really start tearing down that veil of the scariness of that Blender can be sometimes. So that's Ian Hubert's short film Dynamo. Or series? He does episodes. Anyway. It's great. So okay, cool. So I'm seeing what we're getting here. Getting like this wide tubes. What are like these speakers over here? Maybe can I mark these? Let's see. I'm using my mouse here. Yeah. Can we make this bigger? Let's see. Size. Make it like 3. All right. I don't have my tablet connected. But what I'm looking at is like, you know, like that grate, this tube that goes down. And these are really big tubes, you know, they're not like a bunch of tiny little tubes, you know, going down. This giant tube going in, or pipe, I should say. I keep calling them tubes. They're pipes. They're metal pipes. Freddy Cheese, good to see you in the chat. Hope you're doing well. All right, we have the main focus here. You know, this is pretty good. So what I'm looking at these is mostly for you know, blocking. Here's that tube that we were just looking at. Here's that big tube in the back. I'm looking at like squares and cylinders, right? This is squared off. You got a cylinder, and it looks like, you know, he changes. What's interesting is that he changes the texture from, you know, this, you know, regular tubing to like that coil, like, so it's like flexible. So, you know, like these tubes make sense, you know what I mean? It's not just a metal tube that was like manufactured to like go around. By manufacture I just mean bent. Bent, you know, it actually has different parts. It adds a lot of visual interest. Also breaks it up so this is not just all white. There's some dark here, light, pretty good. Love these tubes. Here's some more circle motifs that I'm talking about. Boom, the circle. I like it. Shiny tubes, big tubes. Like it, I like it, I like it. Like, it's busy, but it's not like overly busy, you know? Okay, so yeah, we got both of these. And what I'm paying attention to is, yeah, like the blocking and the tubes and stuff. So really what I'm looking at here is that I need like 3 or 4 tube elements that I can just size up and make different sizes and stuff. So that's good. Okay, so then the next reference we're looking at is what is this from? Kawajiri? Hopefully I'm saying his name right. Please let me know if I'm saying that right. But Kawajiri, and he says from Wicked City and Cyber City. Mainly here for the vibes. Love the way he commits to his color schemes. Them blues, eh? Also some great framing, etc. But mainly for the art direction color, I say. Okay, so let's look through some of these. A lot of images. There's 58 of them. We'll scroll through them. Maybe we'll make this bigger. Can we widescreen this? Or widescreen. Can we maximize this? We'll take away that. And we'll just make this about this big. Okay, and I can just scroll through these, right? Nope. Okay, left, right. Okay, Cyber City. Lots of blues, the pinks. It's like some of my favorite color stuff. Good stuff. I love the fog and the mist. I should really see this. Wicked City, 1987. Oh, I love like that red blue contrast. Good stuff. Super blue. Oh, this is amazing with the shot through. Okay. Electricity. Oh, yes. Things can't get better than this. Giant cityscape. Okay. Very atmospheric, right? Very like foggy. You know. Okay. So, I'm gonna kind of breeze through these for right now. Howdy, the multicam setup you showed is nice. Did not know about camera lock thing. Yes, very good stuff. It's good when you just want to play around with some multiple cameras. And good to see you here, Spitfire. I'm glad you're here. Alright, so we're gonna breeze through this color one, even though I love to see it because I want to focus on the building aspect. But come on, we gotta look at some of this, get some inspo. We can see this kind of reminds me, you know, obviously of like Akira and stuff like that. This big old city crater. Yeah, very atmospheric. I love it. Buildings leaning on each other. Ooh, some pinks and purples, some blues. Love the energy. I want to see if I can simulate that with like a shader or something. That'd be good. Oh man, this is like dripping in blue and atmosphere. Oh, we got some warm stuff here. I love this collar. I'm a big fan of like gaudy, obnoxious collars. Yeah. Okay, good. We got some clean. We got some warmth. The vibes are strong. Oh, I like these tubes. Some liquids going through them. Very simple tubes too. Like, you don't need much, right? They don't have to be super busy on screen. This is definitely going to be put in the watch list. Look at all these tubes too. These cylinders. Nice stuff. Look at that mouth. Okay. So then the second thing Spitfire, he put into references is Metroid. So there's 29 of these, and I think this is like, I definitely see it. There's like a complexity and a how do I say this? You know, big, medium, small. There's big elements, small elements, large elements. We have our big, nice. I guess this would be like our empty negative space for where our eye can rest. Also, these places in the foreground cuts off a lot of that complexity, and then obviously we have the tubes coming in, and this doesn't even have a shit ton of tubes. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Technically 6 tubes, and the rest are like these wire, I guess, bulkheads. That you know, like bulkheads cutting through the circle motif I was talking about. Look at that. We're gonna add in a couple of those in there. You know, like I'll show you from here. Same thing. They're here. They're here. Just something I need to remember. You know, to break up that form. Hola, happy Halloween. Good to see you, Evelyn. Hope you're doing well. Spooky season is here. All right, let's keep going. Okay, so these cylinders, you know, get some cuts in there, rounded edges. I love it. Looking pretty good. Same thing, like I said, there's 6 tubes. Little center motif there. Really just very large cylinders that are broken up individually. We got this at the corridor. Okay. I like these tubes going down. 2, 3, 4. Yeah. It's like there's not many. Alright, there's 6. And it looks like the other one is 6 too, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a lot of symmetry here. Like, is there 6 over here too? You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the one behind. A lot of 6. Okay, good. Big main tube. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These big guys, I like them. Okay. Oh, I can't wait to make some HUDs too. That'll be fun. I like this, like mist going out here. Fog, atmosphere. I wonder if grain would be good to add into this too. Maybe Spitfire says maybe start with symmetry, then mix it up a bit for asymmetry. Yes, I do like asymmetry much more. So that's definitely what we'll start with. Yeah, and particularly this game is doing a lot of symmetry for like that aesthetic of like it being like a game and kind of like a, you know what I mean? I feel like it's doing a thing. That looks good. I like those tubes. Another circular stuff. I gotta remember to put in some circles, some cylinder, like fat. What is a sphere but a rounded cylinder, huh? Okay. Good stuff. Some HUD stuff. It's got that symmetry there too. It's good. Oh, is this water or like a tube? Cylinder. I feel like that's a body part or some sort of disease or something. Yeah, simple tubes too with the little wires. Good. Gotta remember, so an element I have to remember to make is like a simple version of that and a couple of different wires that we can reuse. And look at that. Boom. It's like epic. The glowing green. Love it. Alright, so some things I'm making note of is the amount of the type of these tubes, like these like gritty, adding some cylinder or circular, you know, motif. Obviously we'll do the color, we'll go through that again later. Big, little, small, you know, empty space, places to rest, places to look at, you know. And there's also a little bit different too, since this is a video game that's trying to, like, you know, focus on the game. Those tubes in the foreground separation. Yes. There's some foreground separation right there. Maybe I should like different colors or something. I don't know. Gotta think about that. They're all there. These guys, like you were saying, the foreground separation. You know, something to think about there. Okay. And obviously, yeah, there's the stuff. Well, hello there, Jiraj. Yes, Ian Hubert. We're just using this, Jiraj, if you're just jumping in. I'm looking through some references. This is like the first stages of like starting to building out this sci-fi scene I'm collaborating with Spitfire with. Just marking these. These marks kind of make no sense because of, like, I'm like talking through it. But we're just getting some inspo, things that I'm trying to remember, you know, how we should approach this, or how I should approach this, I should say. So we can make it complicated but simple and easy to make. You know, you don't want this to like take forever. And I'm always trying to figure out ways to make this simple. I love how this looks with the things coming up. But also, once again, I don't know if it's on purpose, but I guess Metroid has a lot of 6 going on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Unless there's more at the bottom, but a lot of 6. A lot of 6 stuff. Pretty cool. Like that circle. Get through. Okay. Does this have 6 as well? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, it has more. But you know. You know, it feels like there's something good going on there. We could do 5 or 6, or 6 or 7, huh? This is the first time I've seen, not first time, but like in these references, like the cut edges there. You know, they're obviously all around, like, you know, here and stuff. Probably at the edge here. Going through, thinking about that. Wait, is this supposed to be like an asset for a game, or is it fan art for a game? No. We're building we're collaborating on a long-term animatic. We're still working on the detailed project. It's basically a sci-fi scene, and we're going through these references for like the type of vibe and look that we're going for. We're big fans of Metroid, and we're just looking at the shape language that Metroid uses, and just saying them out loud. I don't, you know, sometimes you just have to say them out loud. You know, like there's a lot of symmetry in this game. There's the circles, there's like latches. A lot of it looks complicated, but if you break down the shapes, it's really, you know, it's not overwhelming. You know what I mean? It's not too overwhelming, I should say. Kind of fades into background. So I'm just making note of this type of stuff. I'm checking it out essentially. Okay, so I think I'm getting the feel here for this stuff, and I think I could start going. We'll reference back to these scenes as we keep going. But I'm gonna remake what I made in the thumbnail. It's already made, but let's just start over to start blocking some stuff out, right? Once again, if you're tuning in now, making an animatic, check out the links for Spitfire's channel. Of the Discord, please join, and we can start building out. And we're gonna stumble, we're gonna tumble, but we're gonna build it through. Okay. All right. So let's start. with, let's use like a size reference. Spitfire says, I find with a lot of these shapes that they are simple, but you can make stuff more interesting by putting them in rotation, diagonal, leans, yep. Like the way those bits are laying back. Agreed, yes. So let's get these big shapes out the way. Let's actually, I know we just left the reference. Let's go back. Let's figure out these big shapes. Can I erase what I drew already? So some things I want to remember, yeah, are the tubes with cuts in them, these square diagonal shapes, these tapers on cylinders. There's a lot of that going on here. Multiple tapers, that's 1, 2, this one even is fat in the middle. Like if you see the silhouette here, I mean that's like super easy to make in Blender. It comes out. Some simple cuts on the sides. Look at that. Put some railing around. Easy stuff. Take it in, indent it. Easy, easy, easy peasy. It's all simple. Little bevel right there. Let's see what else. Some other shapes here. Tapered cubes. This chain looking thing. So this is just a square repeated with more squares. Let's see. More, tubes here. Rotated like Spitfire said. Cylinder cut in the sides. So basically like these rounded cylinders, these cubes. Some insets here. Look at that. Like this. Something very common. Do you think if you model a kit, you can use GeoNodes to have some fun with? Not tonight, but as a part of the process. 100%, Spitfire. That is something that I definitely want to do, and I'm gonna be doing. I'm still learning geometry nodes, so I always feel like I'm like, you get that knee-jerk reaction when you do something so smooth, or you know how to do something your way, and then you hit a roadblock and you get so frustrated. So that's what I'm working through right now. But most definitely, so. I'm gonna actually, now that you mentioned that, I'm gonna write down some assets that I want to make then. All right, so I think I got this in my head, what I want to make here. And I'm actually gonna make a text document and write my notes in here, right? So I'm gonna put notes. All right, I'm gonna make this bigger. Needed assets. How about, yeah, needed assets, right? So we obviously want, a pipe, but the type of pipe I need to have, what are they called? Like the sockets? Like maybe like 2 or 3 times. Let's just do 2 for now. 2. Are they called sockets? Connectors? Connectors? Let's do like 3 types of pipes. Just so I have this in mind. This is for the geometry nodes in the future. So 2 connectors or 2 types of connectors, and this is obviously gonna get bigger. 3 types of pipes. Yeah, and we'll just keep going, right? So, and then maybe like vents. So like circular vents. Circular. Does this spell check? This is gonna be terrible, guys, for spelling. Circular vents. I'm losing what I forgot. Okay, like these vents is what I'm talking about. Vents. And I think I saw a square one and square vents. So let's do like some square vents. We may not need all of these. Alright, and then another thing I want is, okay, we have the connectors. Maybe like 3 types of cylinders, like not pipes, but like cylinder type pipes or something like that. Something like that, yeah. Did you see Dune? Very nice. No, I'm super excited. Did you see it in theaters or did you watch it on the screen? Did it make a difference for you? Watching it on like a smaller screen or anything? I'm gonna say cylinder for the lack of better words, like pistons? Pistons? Cylinders? Oh man, how do you spell cylinders? We're not gonna spell cylinder. That's what I'm gonna do. Alright, so we got pistons, you know, we got open-ended ones. Maybe like towers. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Like tower-looking ones, right? What else we got here? What else we got here? I know these notes are mostly for me about like barrels, kind of like these barrels. I don't know what to call these, like cells. You know, pistons, so like battery cells. I know what I'm saying. Okay. I think some ground floor stuff, some floors, like panels, right? Obviously, I can use an add-on to do these panels, but we're just gonna make them from scratch, just for the funs of it, guys, for the fun. So let's do some panels. We'll do floor, and it'll be like square. Maybe we just for the geometry nodes, half circles, just to see them. Half circles, full circles. What is it, like grates? Are they called grates? I don't know. Grates. Okay. Okay. So we're good. We're good with some notes. We're making some progress. I'm gonna hit save. Already have saved it. All right. Lots of big shapes. Saw it in cinema. It needs to be seen in cinema. I can agree with that. It's huge in scale and the sound heavy. Damn, Dune is everywhere. No escape from it. Gotta watch it soon. Yeah, man, it's a global phenomenon. I think I got approved for the sequel or the continuation. From what I've heard, no spoilers, please. The spice must flow, and some different heights and shapes of the floor would be nice. Yes. So let's. I was just writing that. So floor, squares, half circles, circles, grates, and tiers. Let's do like 3 tiers. 3 types of tiers. All right, and then some other stuff I need to think about, right? What is it called? Like trim? These are the cells that I'm talking about. Let's see if I can see any trim. Maybe there are no trims here. Let's go back. When I mean trim, I mean like, I do kind of mean this, but it's not. That's not exactly what I mean. I gotta figure maybe like this stuff. No. Well, let's not focus too small yet. I should also think about doorways, right? So we'll write that down. Trims. Yeah, I guess I don't know what I mean by trims then. I guess what I mean is this, but I guess that's like part of it, right? Yeah, so we'll skip out on the trim for now. But I am gonna write doorways. So let's write doorways, and then I think I'm done with the list now. Let me make this bigger. Doorways. Maybe like 2 types. So it's gonna be like, you know, heavy, like a heavy safety door, like the big thick one from the room. You know, general doors. What did I write? Door watts? Doorways. What the fuck? What am I saying? Alright, we're gonna save that. Trims, I know what you mean. It's like sci-fi lines, those cuts on the surface normally. Yeah, exactly. That is what I mean. But there's no when I like I say it out loud, right? But when I try to like let me get the reference out. When I try to like see them as an object, they're really mostly a part of other objects. Like, you know, the trim of the walkway, right, has the thing on it, or the cylinders have their own trim. So I think trim is just a quality of the objects that I'll make, like from the tubes to the doors and all that stuff. So, you know, figure out a motif like these giant tubes. You know, if this tube went all the way around, that's kind of what I meant. Little latches and stuff. Okay, cool. So we got latches, tubes, cylinders, pistons, batteries. You know, all vague. We're keeping it vague so we can, like, you know, work through these as we start building through. Okay. So for now, I think. And yeah, those cuts are into surfaces normally. Yes, yes. So that's why I think they're just a part of the thing. And while there is a lot of tubes on here, there's not like a ridiculous amount. You can still see like what's happening, you know, which is pretty awesome. And potentially HUD stuff, right? For like when the scientist is you know, typing some stuff out or whatever. So yeah. So let's do that. And I'll just type in HUD. I'm not gonna go into detail about that. Okay. Okay, I think we're done. I think we're done looking at that. We'll look at it, of course, but we'll just do HUD stuff. Okay. Okay. All right, so we have our notes. We'll bring it down. I'm just gonna make it cover the bottom there. I have everything kind of like in a different panel, like just bring stuff out here if needed. Okay. So let's start with let's start off with our size reference, right? So I'm gonna erase this cube. Go to collection. We're gonna make a cube here. And we're just gonna make it the general size of an average, maybe not average, but an ideal human being, right? So we have some form of reference. So all I'm doing is putting the origin at the bottom there. So we're gonna right click, set origin to 3D cursor, hit Alt G, boom, standing on top. All right, look at it in a different angle there. Let me fix the camera right here. There's something weird about this camera. Hold on. I think it's like, it's the zoom, where it's zooming to. Input, navigation, zoom to mouse position. Let's try that. Maybe that's what. Like, I cannot see what the hell is happening here. Alright, there's the camera floating around. Okay, it doesn't matter. We'll just bring this up. We'll fix it later. Oh. Is it, which camera is this? Hold on. Is it this camera? Let's fix this rotation. 90? Nope, wrong one. We're gonna hit 0 on this. There we go. Okay, I'm feeling better now. Alright, the reason it's being shaded, it's like a toon shader. Okay, getting distracted here. Alright, so let's start building out the size. We are in meters, so what is the size of a regular size human being? I'm assuming a meter, because I'm American. I just assume it's about like what? It's like 3 feet, right? So 2 meters is the average height of a tall of a tall person. So I think this is the right height, right? But let's just make it 1.78. We'll do 1.8. So 1.8. There we go. And we'll make them real thin. 0.1. No, maybe not 0.1. Maybe 0.3 and then 0.3. Okay, cool. 2 meters is 6 foot, which is really tall. Yeah, exactly. An ideal human being, a superhero, so to speak. So I'm gonna put the monkey head here, just so we can see. We can have a head on here. Here we go. For now, this is what we'll do. Smooth, and then our normals, we'll put auto smooth. We'll change it up. There we go, whatever. Okay, so we have our head, right? Normal height, we can start seeing that. Okay, this is a blind shot and completely off topic, but do you guys know of a rigging plugin for hands, or how you would go about approaching rigging hands? Oh man, very little experience with rigging, Jiraj. From my understanding, there are some plugins out there that you can rig anything with. But I don't know about hands. If anybody watching out there, please help Jiraj out. Because I have very little experience with rigging. Like, I can rig some stuff, but it's not, I don't know what I'm doing. Aiming on spending a small amount of time on it as possible. I guess Rigify might do something, but I barely looked at it. I think I would do Rigify tutorials. There's at least a lot of tutorials on Rigify, so yeah, definitely check that out. All right, so our little guy here is actually too tall, so let's bring the monkey head lower to here now, and let's actually bring the head down. Let's do it like this. Go 1.82. I'll bring this down. Okay, 1.65. All right, we got an average height here. Here's the height. I'm gonna apply the scale just cause. Why not? Apply that scale. Let's see which way they're looking. They're actually looking back in the negative, so we're gonna rotate them on the y-axis, z-axis, excuse me. So let's rotate it. Rotate on the Z, 180. I messed up my origin, so let's fix the origin. Cursor to selected, and right click, set origin to 3D cursor, Alt G, there we go. Now we're in the center. So I'm gonna build this out from the center. And we'll go from there. So let's make a room now. So I'm gonna erase this plane, and we're gonna call this, you know, actor or something. Right? Character, actor, character, doesn't matter. We'll do char. Character. We'll do that 000 in case we duplicate this guy. Okay, cool. So we got that. Let's start building out how big the room. Like, what is the scale of this room? How large is this room? So looking at the reference, let's see like the scale of some of these rooms. So this room, if this is the scale, right? If Samus, I don't know canonically how large Samus is. You know, Samus height. Okay, so Samus is 6'3", right? 6'3". That's a cool picture. Okay, 6'3". So this is 6 foot, right? So if we were just to like make a reference of, let's pick a different room. This room. This is a good room. This is a good room size. So right now we have 1, and I'm gonna do this by sight. 2, right? 3, maybe more, and then 4. So roughly like 4 Samuses, right? That's 24 feet in height, right? Obviously it goes a lot higher. You know, back here, this is just the roof here, and then this becomes like a much more a much larger room. But just this little room, this little crevice, this little area is 24. I forgot the number already. 24 feet, right? What's 24 feet in meters? I'm terrible. In metres. So 7.31 meters. Okay, so let's do that. So let's make this plane. Let's make a cube. Let's bring the origin down to the bottom. Right? Set the origin. Alt G. There we go. And we're gonna scale this puppy up. Hold on. I'm gonna fix one more thing, guys. The zoom method. Continue. Do you guys know what the different zoom methods do? I'm gonna do continue for now. I want to see if that affects anything. Because there's something wrong. Something feels off with my zooming right now. Zoom in and out as if you're scaling the view. Mouse movement relative to center. Zoom in and out based on mouse movement along the set zoom axis. And continue zooming. The zoom direction and speed depends on how far along the Z zoom mouse is over. Let's try scale. I mean, alright, we're gonna do scale for now. Don't know what the difference is, guys, but my mouse zoom feels weird. Anyway, so what did we just look up? It is 7 meters high, that room, right? So let's just simulate that room. Let's make this. I'm gonna just scale it up until it's 7 meters. Oh, I had it right there, right? 81. Right? Oh, 31. Doesn't have to be precise, honestly. It doesn't really matter. You know, would it matter if it's 8 meters, right? Let's just do 8 meters. 8 meters tall, right? And then looking at the reference again, if we were to lay Samus down, right? I hope that this is just eyeballing, guys. 1, like maybe like 2, 3, 4. Let's just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Man, my math is terrible. Is it 6 times 6? Let's just say, so 36. Okay. Okay, 36 foot. So 10 meters across, right? Maybe 11 actually. So we got it high, and if I remember correctly, all right. So down the y-axis, it is 10 meters. Let's say. Oh, did I mess this up? Okay, so the height is supposed to be. Oh, we rounded it to 8 meters. Okay. Okay, so this is the height, the length of the room, right? And I guess it doesn't matter how large the room is. We can make it however big, right? Okay, cool. We can't see our monkey, obviously. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put in a room. We'll just type in room 000. What we'll do is we're going to give this a material. We'll just add in the one that it came with. And we'll call this room.000 just so we're keeping consistency here. The character, he's not going to have a... We'll give him a material. Call him character.000. Okay, so we got the room. So Legend aka YouTube. After a long time, meet you again. Yes, thank you for joining me today. Good to see ya. Alright, so making the room, we want to see inside of it. What we're going to do is we're going to put backface culling, right? And what backface culling is, if you just hover over it, uses backface culling to hide the backside of faces. The backsides of faces, I believe, are on the inside, right? I thought I should be able to see outside of this. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go into edit mode, go to face mode, select a face, right click it. I'm going to select all the faces on the outside. And we're going to, let's see if it's here. Is it here? Or is it in the end menu? Nope, Control N. Is it Alt N? I forget, guys. Alt N. Flip the normals. Okay. Obviously, not becoming invisible. We have to put it blend mode. Blend? Nope. Which one is it? Which one is it? We're going to put no shadow. Zero shadow mode. Is it only in rendered mode? Oh, it's only in viewport shading. So let's go to viewport shading. Alright, and let's flip this one as well. Alt N, flip. Or maybe we'll just erase the sides. No, we'll keep the sides. I'm gonna be able to see inside of here, right? Just so I can understand how big this thing is, we'll go to the room. We will make the X smaller. Just make it narrow for now. Just for now. Okay. Have a doubt. I don't know, have a doubt without a doubt? Alright, so I think something that I find interesting here is that why can't I view the backface culling in viewport shading? Is there something here? Oh, here it is. Let me switch back to what I was doing. There. Under here, we'll do backface culling, and we'll do it again right here. Backface culling. Boom. Okay. Good. Let's get rid of these menus again. And we should be good now. Alright, something else that I want to fix is on these cameras, there is a clipping end. Just put this to like something high, like 3000. I don't want it to clip at all. So let's do that for all of these. I'm also going to do it for the viewport. And 3000. Okay. There we go. Now I can move the camera. I can see what I'm doing here. Start building out this room here. Give me a mod, I'll send you a video how to create those effects in Blender. I'm not sure what effects you're talking about, Mr. Legend. But I could definitely don't need them right now though. Alright, so we're just building out what we're doing here. Okay, so we got our room. It goes across, and then in the middle it goes out into this area. So Mr. Legend, I will not be giving you a mod. I apologize. There we go. Okay, we're gonna start building out of the center. Alright, so since we're looking at it from the front view here, I'm actually gonna rotate this cube. Do it sideways. Okay. If you want to send a link, go to the Discord. Send a link there, but please do not spam. Okay. So we got the side view here, and let me move these cameras to the front here. So let's view it. Let's get close. There we go. we're gonna put this one down here. We're gonna square it off, right? So let's square it off right here. Select that one, and we're gonna square it off. There we go, and then we'll center it on the X. Move it on the Y. Okay, so let's start building out what this scene looks like. Looks like our roof needs to be a little taller. Oh, I guess it doesn't need to be taller. Let's just flip this on the other side. So right now the back face culling is on the wrong side for this face. We'll right click, hit Alt N, flip. There we go. Now we're squared off here. I mean, we got a little bit on the top there, but we can always move this camera in. Maybe lower it a bit. There we go. So this shot is looking pretty cool. Let's change the shader on this, or the matte cap. Let's put something so it's not hurtful on the eyes. It's kind of hurting my eyes. Let's see. Let's try some different ones here. All right, we'll just do a normal one here. Okay, cool. So we're getting this. We're starting to simulate this shot here. I just want. I'm building it. It's not like the composition I'm gonna do. I just want to build it in like a perspective here. Okay, so I'm going to blow out this wall. We're gonna start building out this room. There we go. Then what I'm going to do is, let's split this, split it in half. And we'll start making a walkway outwards, right? We'll pick a face. And this can go on that way. Actually, I'm just going to separate this. This is going to be its own thing. So I'm going to hit, it's not V? No, it's Y. Okay, cool. I hit Y and I separated it, which is what I wanted to do. And I'll hit P by selection, and then I will call this, it'll be called room bridge. No, let's just call it bridge. Bridge. .000, just so we're getting on there. Draw says, last scene from this project I remember was the one with the pipes. Yes, so it's going to be the same thing. I'm just starting out the live streams from beginning to end. Me and Spitfire are refreshed, and we've gone through some projects and stuff. And now I've done it 2 or 3 times already, but now I'm going to do it right. I'm going to go from the planning to the getting to the blah 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 to the shapes. So this is going to be the same scene, except much more planned out first and then executed, because I just went in there with the nitty-gritty. It's like going in there and trying to render and trying to shade before you get the shapes and the composition right. So this is mostly to get everything else right before we get into there. It's gonna be much faster now. All right, we got our bridge here, and our bridge, how long is it? Our bridge is 5 meters long, 15 feet, right? That feels like a good distance, right? But I'm gonna put the origin at the right spot here, so I'm putting the cursor there, and we will put set origins to 3D cursor. It's the same, but level 9,000. And bro, check out DC, like DC Comics. All right, so got our bridge. We're going slowly building out what the scene potentially is gonna look like. Since I have this already, I'm just gonna duplicate this room, and now it'll be room 001. I'm gonna rotate it and then bring it to the end here. Right here. I will definitely check out Discord soon. But if you're sending me a link to a tutorial, I don't. I'll check it out later. I definitely know how to model and build some these effects. But thank you for sending it. I will check it out. All right, we're gonna set origin to the 3D cursor, and then I'm going to like this. Can we do a snapping onto edges? Let's snap onto edge. There we go. Snap to the edge there. Well, okay, whatever it is, Legend, I will definitely check it out soon. I'm in the flow here. All right, so, oh, so demanding. I'm going to have to pass, Legend. All right, so we're going, building out the second room. We'll build it out all the way outwards here. Let's see if we can build. See this from a different view here. Josh says, do you wanna? All right, we're going. And we got different scenes here. And we're gonna get the other camera from maybe this angle here. Also, these are all the same focal length. What is the focal length right now? Focal length 24 millimeters. I guess we could change it, right? All right, so we'll do. Oh, this is the screen filter. It'll be screen sensor size. What am I doing? This is the focal length. Okay. Let's see if we can get like a super wide, like 18. We'll do this from like an angle like this where you can see. Okay. Okay. So we got that scene going, and this room, we're going to choose. Oh my God, what did I do? We're gonna choose the side. And we're just gonna make it so it's bigger than what we see here. Maybe up to like. There you go. We're gonna call this room entrance. And we're actually gonna call it something else. We're gonna call it lab entrance. Lab entrance. And we'll call this lab. We'll call it lab main. Build it from there. Okay, good stuff. Okay, we're getting sort of what I want to be making here. There we go. gray's a little better there. I'm gonna take off these grid floor and the lines and stuff. We do not need it. Okay, it's good stuff. Alright, now I'm gonna put a plane down. Because what we did was, I gotta take off this snap. Here it is, snap. Alright, we're just gonna engulf most of this here. Alright, and then in edit mode, I'm gonna bring it up by extruding it. And we're just doing something similar here by flipping the normals. Alt and flip. Same thing. Back face culling. Okay. And then after, I'm going to add in some more stuff in here, and then I'm going to start doing some basic lighting just so we can have some fun looking at it, and it's not like just this gray mess. We're getting the gist of it here. All right. All right, we're gonna get our character, and we're gonna put him along the different pathways here. So we'll put a guy up here. You know, we'll rotate him. Put a guy over here. That'll be looking in the center there, just so we have some references everywhere. Here. For this box, actually, let's just make this invisible for now. And let's put characters in its own collection. Spitfire says, interesting how you start a scene with the walls. I start with shapes. That's interesting. So I am going to be getting into shapes, but the reason I do walls is like I have an issue with the blank page. Like there's a lot. I need to have the constraints so I know how to put these shapes in these cameras. It's a very like super. I come from like IT and like technical, so I try to break out from it a lot. But it's from a very technical standpoint of like defining my constraints and then building out the shapes and stuff. So, you know, I just need to know how the space feels, because right now this is like a empty void for me. And also, I haven't invested in learning some tools that makes this quicker either. I don't have my tablet. I'm doing this straight on my like mouse and keyboard. So, at least that's how I think of it, you know. All right, so and this is where I start making these shape decisions. We'll go down Y. We'll bring it in. Right there. Shade smooth. We'll bring it up. And then now what I'm paying attention to is like, oops. It's like this stuff right here. How tall it gets. So let's call this tube.000, and just so it makes sense, we will move it on the x-axis -5 6, 7. Alright, so 7, we would duplicate this, grab on the X, 7, and then duplicate this, grab on the X, 7. I'm getting the tubes here. I want these to be smaller. I love that I can edit 2 at the same time. That's so nice. That's a feature I like that they added. We'll grab it on the Z. You know, and if we grab these, Alt S, I can't do them individually. Scale Z. Alright, we'll have to do them, because what I want to do is I want to do Alt S, oh no, S on the Z, right? So is it because I need to put it, oops, I need to put it on individual origins? Let's see. Scale Z. Oh, that's not what I want to do. There it is. Alt C, there it is. Okay. So let's make these a little smaller. Start building this up. If you go to your options and choose locations, you can scale these. Is it? Sorry. Bounding box. Then put locations on options, and I think you can scale them, yeah, without making them distorted in any way. Something like that. You know, I'm building out the shape here. Like you said, we'll do symmetrical, and then we'll do. We'll start building out from there. I wonder if it'll make more sense if this line in particular here, right, if it extruded downwards. So we'll extrude it downwards for now, just to have it. But I'm also what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna separate it so it's a different color in my viewport. So Y, right, and then P selection. We'll call it lab main 0, lab main 1. Yeah, sure. We'll call it that. Okay. So building out the scene, going good, right? Okay. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a variety of boxes, and we'll start placing these boxes to fill up. So I'm particularly looking at this scene, this middle one, to make this look good, and we'll start building from there. Once we have all the parts in place, then we start replacing everything with like good models and all that stuff or whatever. But we're definitely getting these shapes out. We're getting the composition out. Can I put on my cameras? Can I put the overlays on there? Let's see if I can. Safe areas, cameras, viewport display, composition guides. I think I have them off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do thirds and center for all of them. Thirds and center. Third and center. Okay. I think I just have to turn them on, right? I guess I just have to get rid of everything. Boom, boom. Except... there we go. So my camera here. Do you ever try quick shape, or do you like using primitives yourself? I have not tried. I usually don't have my tablet set up, so I usually go in and dive in with primitives and stuff. I'm sure quick shape is like really good. I just haven't had a chance to try it. I do like using primitives because I like the preciseness that I can use with it. But I am not opposed to quick shape. That's how you make your scenes, right? That's how you block out your stuff. I like I guess, and I'm more than willing to change. I like going very rigid and technical and then making it organic instead of starting off from an organic space. I feel like I have like control issues when it comes to like the amount of shapes and geometry and good geometry and bad geometry and stuff. But it's rough. What do you mean it's rough? Like the add-on is rough or the workflow is rough? And while you answer that, I will... Alright, So let me make a cube here. I'm gonna put it correct. The bottom. There we go. We will put the origin. 3D cursor, Alt G. The intuitive, my geo is rough. Oh, I see. Yeah. But is it just because of, is your geo rough with quick shape because you need a different workflow, or are you saying that like the way you use it, like I guess where does it fall off onto? Oh, because you just slap stuff in. Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, it's funny. I'm always trying to break into slapping stuff in, get that flow in it. But I get in such a flow of being super technical. Oh, because you don't refine it. Yes, I'm always scared. I'm always scared of making something so ugly where I'm just doing cleanup 90% of the work. I think when and this goes for all my even like regular projects. Anytime that I'm like sitting there opening up somebody's project file, I'm usually the one tasked to clean it up. Like, it doesn't run well, the artist was just throwing everything in there, and I have to like clean it up, make sure it renders correctly, all the render issues that are caused and stuff. So I'm very like PTSD when it comes to like building up the scene and everything, which I think is good, but it's also bad because sometimes you gotta flow, you know what I mean? You just gotta throw things in there and then rebuild it. But for me, I've always been a very like, you know how there's like two types of creative people who like artistic workflows, just like the architect or the gardener. And the architect gets really rigid and plans everything out, and then the gardener just kind of like throws in the plans and does stuff. I feel like I do lean towards architect, but I definitely want to be, you know, a gardener. If that makes any sense. All right, so for this cube, I'm gonna grab it all, hit Control B, and we're just gonna make a couple different shapes here. Let's do, you know, one of these shapes, just a normal block here. Let's do a number though, like 0.2, 0.1, just so we get the consistent bevel on everything. So 0.1. Oh darn, hold on, before I do that, let's duplicate this. I'm gonna use 3 different types of, maybe 4. So let's duplicate this a couple times. So we'll grab 1, no, 2, 3, okay, 3. We'll duplicate it, grab 3, duplicate it, grab 3, maybe just 4. Maybe we just need 4. We'll make our characters invisible for now. So let's get our characters, make them visible. And our lights, we don't need this light, it's in our way. All right, let's make some different shapes that we're gonna sprinkle around this scene, right? So we're gonna have a normal block, right, that's beveled, and we'll do it by 0.1 is my bevel. Good. Should we do smooth shade? Let's see. No, it doesn't matter. Just do flat shading. Okay, great. So that's one type of cube. For this cube, I want it to be 1 times taller. Is that 1 times taller? Like, I want it to be double the height. What am I doing here? The height would be, it's at 2, so it'll be at 4. There it is, double the height. So I got double the height here, and for this one, I also want to bevel it, so I'll select it all, Control B, 0.1 is what we chose before. But let's bevel it a different way. Once again, there's an add-on, I think it's, what's it called? Hard ops that you could definitely use. I'm all for add-ons and all that stuff. I just like getting in there and just keeping it basic before we go anything crazy, right? So let's make one of these shapes, and maybe we won't use all these shapes. We'll try some different shapes here, and then we'll select the sides, and we'll just bevel these, and we'll bevel these 0.1 to keep it with the same. There we go. Double the size, cut down. Let's try a different one. Let's just get the sides here, and if I remember correctly, can I do something interesting? it Control S? Oh my god. What is the selection menu? God dang it. Select loops, edge, rings. It selects all the way around. It's dumb. I could have just went around, but just know that you can select them all around. I'll do it again. If I select one, but I want to select all the ones around, go under select, loops, rings. There it is. And then we'll just bevel the sides here. And maybe 0.1. Maybe 1. That just makes it a cube. 0.5. Okay, cool. And then we'll bevel all of it again, just so we can have. And with this one, we'll do 0.1. Once again, keeping the bevels the same. Okay, let's actually bevel it less. Sorry, guys. Control B, 0.3, 0.4, and then beveled all again to 0.1. Okay, there. All right, and this one maybe we'll put an auto smooth and figure out where we can do this. Oh, does it not smooth out? What the hell? Oh, shade smooth. No? There it is. There it is. Okay. So see, now I have just the top edge beveled. It's kind of like rounded out. Or maybe I can like put it less, right? There it is. Something like that, maybe. We'll do it like that because it looks like it breaks up a bit more on the side here. Cool. What other shape could we do, right? Like, you know, we have a regular block, a cutoff block, a cylinder block. Let's do this. This might be dumb. I'm gonna hit I to inset it and hit I again. So we inset the whole cube here. And maybe we hit Alt E, go along normals, and we suck it into the outside, maybe? And then we'll select all of it and bevel and see what that looks like. 0.1. That looks ridiculous. Alt E, we'll take it out a lot more. Then we'll select all and Control B for bevel, and then we'll do 0.1. This looks a little funny, but there may be some intersecting here I don't like. So let's do it again. Alt E, face the normals. We'll bevel out or extrude it out a ton. And we will now bevel it 0.1. All of it. There it is. You know, maybe that doesn't look good. Alright. So for right now, until further notice, we'll just use these three. The last one is cool with all the bevels and extra. Oh, you like it? Alright. Let's go back. Where'd it go? I overthink these things. So I'm gonna bevel it. It's easy to make. We'll just make it out. Perhaps the one further out tapers. Okay, let's do that. I think that's what I may like. Do that. We'll hit the period key. We'll hit individual origins, and then we can scale them down. Looks kind of like a toy I used to use or have. And then if we bevel it all, would that look cool? It's like super round. I like when you said it had some intersects. All right, we'll work on this. We'll work on this. Okay, so now let's figure out the scaling for these. Let's bring back our character, and I'm going to scale these on the individual origins. Take off locations. And scale this a little bit bigger than our character here, right? So this is how big this person's about, you know, an average height. What is it, 5 foot something? So our boxes are bigger than our character. Okay, so these boxes are in our collections. We're gonna put this in its own collections. It's very important, guys. And we're just gonna call it boxes, right? And we'll call it, you know, box.000. I'm gonna hit copy paste, and I'll paste it onto all of these, and I'll automatically name it the correct thing. See, boom, boom, and it renamed them all correctly. Okay, so let's play with these. I'm gonna move these out of the way, and I'm just gonna put them off somewhere where we can't see them. Oops. Control Y. We'll bring them away. Okay. Now I'm doing this because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shift right click, and if you hit shift A and you go to, oh, it only does collections. I used to, hold on. Is there an instance? Can I instance these? It's Alt D, right? No. Alt D. Now when I hit shift A, there used to be like an instance here, right? Or is it just me? It's like a whole collection. Instance the collection. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to instance all these. Alt D, we'll bring them in. Now I'm just going to replicate these. Sorry, not replicate them, but just keep instancing them. So then if I need to change these at all, I can. And it'll be easy to do in the future. Think about future you, guys. Very important person. Future you matters. Okay, bounding box. And now we can rotate these 90 so they're out of the way. Okay. So I'm going to start off with this cube, right? So the way I would do it, let me see if I can see if we can start working with some lights here. Let's put the sun at like 10, maybe 1. There we go. We got some shading going on. You can start seeing the build here. So we'll start off with the cube, and we'll start putting in the cube different places, and then I'll show you how you can just shift them out, right? So grab Z. Oh, there's something I want to fix here. I know this is dumb, and this is just for me, guys. But I'm going to rename the mesh the same as what it's named. So we're going to rename this mesh here. And you'll see why this matters to me in the future. So we're renaming these. I think there's an option to have it so it always does this, but that's fine. Okay, now let's grab these. Now let's instance these. Let's bring these out. Let's rotate them on the Z-axis 90 degrees just so we can see them. Then we can start building what I want here, because what I want to show you is that I can, let's say, grab this box, right? And if I were to hit Alt D again, right, and bring it upwards, what is it, 1, if you wanted to, you can go into the mesh and then change it to a different box, right? I'm not talking on my butt here, right? This is how I used to do it, guys. What is this one? This is mesh 6, right? So shouldn't this, if I go to mesh 6, am I not doing instances? I am doing instances. I think I may have messed this up. Hold on. I did mess this up. I messed this up. Okay, hold on. I gotta delete some of the things that are already here. So let's clean up unused data blocks. There's 2. If I look at these data blocks, I have box 1, 2, 3, 4. And to instance it, right, it would be Alt D, right? Or is it Shift D? I'm doing this wrong, aren't I? Shift D. Yeah. It's because the object and mesh are separate things. Yeah, they are separate things, but Alt D is shift this copy. Okay, so yeah, so because it should be this, right? So Oops. Alt D. Oh, I see. I see what you're saying now. I guess I'm confused because what I used to do is I used to use these, and then I would be able to how do I do, like, change the object data to be a different object data, and then it would change those duplicates. It wouldn't make another mesh. And I know that they're different, right? But when I select these, that's mesh 0, right? So if I go here and I change this to mesh 2, alright guys, maybe I'm messing up. Anyway, we'll just do it what we were doing. We'll go this, we'll Alt D, rotate it, and we'll build it out. There's definitely a workflow that I had going on before I did this stream that didn't create more meshes. It would just use the same meshes. Because it doesn't make sense to me, but you're right. This is the same. They're different meshes, and then if I select this, if I hit Shift G and I hit select, type, this kind of ruins my workflow here, but I can't let that stop me. So yeah, we'll just keep going. We'll grab it. It shouldn't be making all those new meshes. That's just a bunch of extra data that's not supposed to. It should just be using 1, 2, 3, 4. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Getting overworked over a sketch. So we'll start blocking these out. So this is the right shape here. We'll go, and what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna Alt D, and I'm just gonna make a few of these here. Right. Great. I'm also gonna put snapping on, and I'm gonna put it onto face, right? So when I grab up, and make sure that you put it on active, and you can bring these on top. See, they go boom, and they go on top, right? So let's make these bigger. Forgot to take that off. We'll grab these. Scale them up. Since the origin's on the bottom, none of them intersects. And I'm looking at the left side here to see about what it should look like. One here. Maybe we'll delete this one. Make that one there. Grab this one. We'll take off snapping. Maybe make it larger. Maybe this one can be really big. Okay. Alright, we can start rotating some of these. White one on the line. go. For good measure, we will put snapping on again. Make sure it's sitting on top here. Maybe make it smaller. Rotate it a bit. Yeah, man. And we could, like, you know, obviously go in here. Oh, did I, like, not duplicate that correctly? Alt D. All right. And yeah, what's great about this, obviously, since they're duplicates, you know, we can select, you know, different parts and extrude in the faces. Like, I think if you do Alt G, you can do select similar area, and then it selects all the right ones, you know, and you can just add in just a bunch of more, you know, stuff if you wanted to. I'm just showing you what it will look like, you know, if you wanted to put it in on here, and then boom, you have like some more intricate play there. But anyway, we're gonna leave it on cubes. We're gonna leave it simple, and we're gonna keep adding cubes and stuff. All right, so maybe this one needs like a small one, so I'm looking for big, medium, small. That's what I'm thinking about. So bring this one up here. We will also take off there. Maybe these can go off here, and then bring this. Let it clip the wall a little bit. Maybe these guys should clip the wall too. And maybe this one could be bigger. Okay. All right. So same goes for the other side. So for the other side, let's just bring this guy over there. Can't see it over here. All right. Let's start building out some shapes here. I think these look too similar to like the foreground elements. So I just want to see what I can do with something that looks a little bit different here. Rotate 180. You know, would this look good against the wall? Let's see. Right, and then let's put the origin at the center of the origin of this center cube here. So there we go, or center cylinder, and then we'll set the origin to the 3D cursor there, because then I'm going to use a mirror modifier, and then we can start seeing this symmetry we got going on. If I put the array, would that make sense? Oh, that should go before, right? Okay, maybe just 2. And could we also affect the size? Let's see. Alright, so I have the origin there. I'm gonna make a empty in the middle here, and I'm gonna call it where's my empty here? I'm gonna call this, what's this box called? Box 6. Okay, so this empty is gonna be called box dot 006 box scale. We're gonna call it that 006, just so we know what this is. So we can go here, go to object offset, and then we'll choose the name that it is, box 6. Box scale 6, there we go. Oh, does that not work for me? I thought this would be interesting. Or is it mirroring on 2 different sides? Alright, we're not going to do that. We're complicating this. We don't have to complicate this. Alright. So, what I'm going to do is start playing around with these shapes. Maybe this can be like the trim I was talking about to break up that line there. So I'm going to select the side there. I'm going to hit Control plus to select more, and I'm going to grab it, bring it in. Maybe that's good. We'll do big, medium, small, right? So this will be the big. Right? We'll select all of it. We'll duplicate it. And we'll bring the small down. Let's do bonding box. Maybe this is where some tubes can come out of. And already what I'm looking at now is this box up here. I want to be able to see a little bit of that right now. Okay. Okay. So now I'm gonna build up more of the shape, and then figure out some of the tube stuff, like where the tubes are gonna go. So let's do that. But let's build out these shapes here. So I'm gonna hit Control D on this edit mode here. I'm gonna scale it up. And then just extrude. This is just some basic stuff. We'll do Control B. Remember those rounded cylinder edges. You know, and maybe some cables go upwards here, right? Make sure we do this. Right. And then another thing we would want to do is, you know, maybe break up the silhouette down here. Not that way. Let's do it a different way. Let me go into this mode here. Let me look at it from this view. Do the same thing. I'll break it apart, scale it up. Select it, bring it up here. Once again, not final stuff. We're just trying to get some shapes. Just trying to block out this scene here. Just for now. Control B. You know, we can even do a check or deselect, right? Oh, do it on face mode though. Check or deselect. Did it not work? Check or deselect. There it is. Then hit I twice, and then Control E. You know, we could have it come out like it's being held down. Oh, this could actually go on the top. That's actually something we can do. You know, bring out these little bulkheads here. Slowly, Control B. Follow them out. You know, give it some visual interest there. We'll do the same thing that we just did. Select them all. Check or deselect. Control I, and then let's see if we do Control E. You know, this could be something, right? Since I was paying attention to the Metroid, there's a lot of like 6. This seems to be a lot of them. Dash, good to see ya. welcome to the stream. So for this one, I think we should, can we check or deselect again? I don't think so. Oh, did I screw this up? Checker, deselect again. No. So I'm gonna do it from here. Let's see. I'm gonna select this guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy. So it's only 4. Dash, I'm working on a collaboration with Spitfire. We're making a sci-fi scene. I'm gonna be doing Saturday streams, and it's just gonna go through this process. It's a long-term project that we're gonna be working on, slowly building it up, working through it, and just going through the ins and outs. And these live streams right now are gonna be for documenting that. So that's basically what I'm doing. So hopefully every stream is gonna build to another one, which I've been meaning to do. Alright, so we got this going up, and for the sake of flattening these out, I'm going to hit scale Z0, and they're flat. I don't know if that makes it any cooler. Good luck, buddy. Thank you, man. Thanks. I appreciate you giving me the lux. Alright. Oh shoot, I messed up my camera here. Let me fix that camera. Let's see. On the X. There it is. Okay. Okay. So we're going well. It's going well here. Let's bring this back out. And let's do something similar. What is this mesh called, right? If I did something like this where I extrude, oops, wrong. Extrude, scale, extrude, right? Could I, this is what I was trying to do before, get this mesh is called cylinder, we'll call it tube 00. Can I just change this to tube 00? I can. That's what I was trying to do before. There we go. Jiraj, what we were talking about is I was trying to do a thing where I only keep one mesh and I stop duplicating meshes. Not objects, but meshes. But that, unless that's not what you're talking about. Oh, that's something you guys are talking about, something else. Never mind. Oh, no, I guess you are talking about the right thing. All right. I just realized this doesn't actually go all the way to the roof. You know, and maybe this doesn't look good, right? Or we'll do this, but for these, you know. Okay. Let's see if we can get some interesting camera angles over here. What is wrong with this camera? Hold on. Why is this camera? Why is this upside down? I messed up my system I had. Gosh darn it. There we go. Alright. We are going. Let's see what this one can do for us. Hey, I'm going to bed right now. Spitfire, good night. Catch you later. Take care. I appreciate you being here, Spitfire. And I'll talk to you very soon. Thanks for stopping by. Cheers. And Jiraj, objects are basically containers for different data. 100%. It's been a while since I last spoke to you. Do you remember the thing I tried to do in Blender? Dash. The thing you tried to do in Blender. Was it the themes? You have to refresh my memory, Dash. I'm sorry. I apologize. My memory is not what it used to be. Jiraj, you can't spell tonight. Alright. So we're going. We got these tubes going. Blah, blah, blah. Alright. So let's make some curved objects. So let's bring it in. We'll do curves. Do a path. Find it here. Geometry. No offset. Extrude. Alright, not extrude. There it is. We got our path here. We're gonna dissolve these. So dissolve vertices. And we're gonna rotate on active elements. Rotate on the X, on the Y. There we go. Oh yes, the cape that was like jittery and cutting through the geometry and stuff like that. Yes, 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 I do remember it. The Minecraft character. Cursor deselected. Cursor. Let's bring out some tubes here. Let's see about putting these tubes in the right place. There we go. Let's bring this guy all the way to the top. Well, it now works just as I hope. It'll be thanks to you. Well, now it works. Oh, it works? Nice. What was it? What was it that was causing the issue of the stuff that I recommended? All right, we're also gonna put the origin of this to the center. So then we can put a mirror modifier on it. There we go. Start building through. Let me make sure this camera's in the right place. Oops, wrong one. This one. No, this one. Go. All right. So we have some tubing here. And I'm going to duplicate this and then grab this so we can have some different ones here. And just press E. We can bring this tube down, and then for these lines, these corners, right, we can make them look better, right? They look a lot tighter. Do I have to bevel this, right? Would it be beveling? Oh, Control B. I can't bevel these points? I can bevel these, right? Hold on. It was glitching because Minecraft character has an edge and it constantly trying to pierce through. Nice. And then you fixed it. That's awesome. There's a way to bevel these, right? We can bevel this, right? Mirror, snap, duplicate, separate, slick, click, delete, clean up, decimate curve. Can I hit decimate? I feel like I'm doing something wrong here. Let me make sure. If I have a Bezier curve, let's look at this. We have our points there. and we, let's say, subdivide, and I wanted to bevel these. There's no bevel? I would have swore there was a bevel. I would have swore. Good thing I didn't swear. Alright. Let's delete that. Let's keep going. Let's not let that stop us. Let's make this a little smaller, thinner. Let's bring it closer over here. Bring these guys. Go. We'll just bring these up. We can obviously add some more divisions here. Little tight. But we'll keep on going. Put these at 12. Put these to 12. But I changed the... I guess we can put 12 to this. Grab on the X. Maybe bring these out. Maybe make them thinner. Maybe we're not. No offset. There we go. All right. Alright, some other tubes I'm gonna make. I'm gonna duplicate these again. Oh, also gonna put these in their own thing. So let's go here, type in pipes. Pipes. We'll call these pipes .000. And then we'll name it the same, and I'll name it .001. Beautiful. And we got one more here that I missed. Put it under pipes. There we go. .000, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so for this one, I want to do it in the foreground here. Oh, so I messed up my camera again. Jeez. Get my second camera. Let me make these all tiny. Hold on. Let me collapse all these. Utilities, camera middle. X. There we go. There we go. Alright, let's see. Let's make some giant tubies here. And I think what's interesting about this is maybe I should use Bezier. Can I? Are these? Like if I were to get this, right, and I were to do this, Is that the issue here? Object. I didn't make him Bezier. Convert to curve. V. Do these not have handles? Maybe that's my issue. Jiraj or anybody out there. I made a path, and that's different than a Bezier, right? Can I convert this path into a Bezier? Am I doing this wrong? Where's my little handles? Where are my little handles? Active spline. Oh, here it is. It's under the active spline settings. So if I made these, let's see what these look like. Interesting. We'll keep these how they were. And we'll use Beziers for these. Let's put them so we can see them. Bring them down. Bring them here. Bring this down. Maybe we'll scale this. Z. And we'll scale this on the X. We have a right angle. There we go. And we can grab these. On the right click menu, is there a bake them not vector? Let's see. Blah blah blah, dissolve, make segments, radius, tilt, smooth, mirror, snap, set spline. Oh, here it is. It's set spline. Is that what it is? Set spline to Bezier. All 6 points required for conversion. I got them all. Oh, I made it into a poly. I made it into a Bezier. Okay, okay. I made it into a NURBS. Okay. Thank you. That's exactly what I needed, Jiraj. I appreciate it. That's exactly what I wanted to know. Let's make these giant tubies here. Yeah, they handle type. Yeah. That was there too. But I was looking for these three here. Change them into a poly, Bezier, and NURBS and stuff. So very good. All right. Can't tell that these are tubes, but they are. They're also a little big. Let's put them on. Put them in there real quick. Well, let's put them in the center. Like right about the center here. Also, let's scale this on the Y so they're flat. There we go. And now, oops, that's not what I meant to do. Cursor to selected, which is the center there. And then I want to convert these into a mesh for now. I'm going to delete these on the left. because I'm gonna put a mirror modifier on it. And then just for now, I'm going to, you know, add in some stuff here. So we'll get this, we'll hit Alt E, extrude along normals. We'll make sure that this auto smooth is on, and we hit smooth, and we get the perfect circle here. 30-something degrees. Alright, there we go. I like this, but I want it in my viewport to look a little different here. So I'm going to select them. Oh, first I'm gonna bevel them. Let's bevel this. 0.1. Let's do 0.1. Good stuff. Oh, that's good. Separate it in there. Good. And then maybe one of these. We'll select. Bring them in. And I'll select the edges here. Oh, you can't even see it. It doesn't even matter. Oh, I actually like that better. Let's do that. Let's get rid of this. Let's extrude it on the. Let's do this one instead. Let's extrude it, but like bring it down. Bring the auto smooth on. There we go. And then bevel these edges. So go to edge mode. And just bevel them out. And then up here, let's see if I can find a good one. One that we're looking at, one that we can see. We can't see that, we can't see that. We can see this one. So maybe this one we extrude out. The edges, select. There we go. There we go. So that's looking like a tubes. Looking like a tube. You know, going in and stuff. I like it. So I wonder if this is a little too much. Let's see what it looks like without it. With it. Okay, so those circular motifs is what I was talking about earlier. Let's add some of those, and I'm going to put them right here, like they're vents or something. So let's center it. Let's make a cylinder. And actually, let's rotate it on the X. Let's bring the origin onto the back here. So cursor to selected. Set origin to 3D cursor. There we go. Let's put on some auto smooth so the edges are smooth. There it is. Boom. Okay. Then now we will hit snap. It'll snap onto the face. We'll hit grab. We'll snap it right here. We will then bring the origin back to the 3D cursor, which will be the center. Exactly. Suzanne to rule them all. Okay. So let's put the origin to the 3D cursor again, so then we can put a mirror modifier on here. Mirror. There we go. And now we can start messing with this stuff here. We'll make sure to put it onto active element. Good. So when we oh my god, what's happening? Oh no, I guess we shouldn't do that. We should do it on... Oh, no. Yeah, active element is correct. So right now we're only seeing Oh, let's take snap off. That's what's happening. Bring this down here. Maybe make them a little smaller. Oh, let's not duplicate it yet. Let's start messing with these. Like, let's, you know, bring them in. You know, just to add some visual interest. But once again, these are not final. Control B. Actually, let's hit double G on here and then Control B. No, that's not looking good. Let's set the inset a lot more. There it is. Give it some weight here. Now bring the inset and then bevel it out. And maybe bevel out this edge too. Nope, don't do that. But auto smooth is the way. Let's see. There. Okay. I think it was fine before. Alright, there we go. Get this. We will bring it down again. Maybe inset it one more time and then bevel it. Once again, just for visual interest, we'll duplicate it, bring it down. Maybe we'll select both of these and actually have it cut off halfway. And by halfway, I just mean like right here. You can see it cut off halfway. There we go. Cool. There we go. Let's save. Visual interest. Got some tubes. All right. I think to make this make more sense, we'll have it more on a tier. So let's bring this guy up a little higher. Maybe it goes up to there. We're making it so it cuts off the arms. Cuts up there. We will bring the face. Extrude, scale, and then extrude down. We'll start. Maybe just like one giant tier like this. Let's see how big Zion is. Oh, where are they? I thought that one was here. We have 1, 2. Where is this one? Oh, whoa. That's not where she should be. There you go. We're gonna walk it up. So here's... There we go. There we go, much better. It's the scale there. And maybe... Okay, maybe there could be more floor here. So let's do this. Oops. Save. We'll bring out the floor here. We will hit snap edge center. We'll hit grab center. Boom, it snaps on there. And then for the edges here, we'll do the same thing. Grab edge. Oh, we should do the whole circle. Grab Y. There we go. There we go. We gave ourselves some more breathing room here. I wonder if it'll let's just erase this. What if we did something like this? What if we went in? Nope, bad. Take the scale off or snap off. Go to edge mode. Just bring bottom. Extrude downwards. And then across. We like facet. I think that's good, except I think we need. Let's give it some more room here. Grab Y. We'll bring it in more. And then we will bevel this. There we go. I wonder if that looks more interesting. And for this bridge, we'll make sure it's connecting right on it. So I'm gonna choose the bridge, go to edit mode, go to edge, hit the snap, grab Y, and we know it's snapped there. There we go. Oh yeah, by the way, we had a school film festival last week. I like how last time you were modeling the scene, you were using a model of a human for reference, and now it's Suzanne as a block. Yeah, I couldn't find that model again. And how was that film festival? Was it worth it? Is it good? You enjoy yourself? Alright, let's maybe inset it. Hit I again so it's all connected, and we will move it along. Like maybe there. Maybe that could be some visually interesting thing there. If not, what we're going to do is we're going to select the bottom, hit Control plus. It's not what we want. Alright, let's select the faces that we want then. Those side ones, these guys, and these guys, because we're gonna hit P to separate it. Separate the selection. Now it looks like two different pieces.
I try to remember, but when everything is coming back to me, I feel as if
There
my
it
memory
is.
is paralyzed.
Now let's see. What is the last thing you can remember?
Right.
I don't know.
Alright, let's see if we can make something interesting here by selecting these faces. Maybe just a few of these. Let's do this one.
Go on.
Hitting extrude. Alright, this is good. So let's do these. Extrude on the Y. Also take off snapping. Extrude on the Y. There we go. And then maybe we can select these. Extrude on the Y again. So we got like some steps here. And maybe bevel these edges here.
Oh, wait a minute.
0.1. Maybe not 0.1. Maybe 0.05. Something light. There we go. Some steps up to that tube. Good night, Evelyn. Thanks for hanging. It was pretty nice. There was surprisingly good entries this year. Unfortunately, my movie didn't win anything, but at least my classmate did. Yes. That's awesome. It's great that your school does that. Feels like it's pretty good, right? It's pretty worth it. All right. We'll go here. Oh shoot. There we go. Enter. We'll hit the snap. There we go. Alright, there's two last things I'm gonna do, and then I'm gonna call the stream completo. Well, not complete, but you know what I mean. We'll work on it again. So the first thing I want to do is get some cells up in here. Yeah, it's nice to be around like-minded people. It's very important, you know. When it comes to like the arts and staying motivated and all that stuff. Seeing people's awesome work probably gets you inspired. I know it gets me inspired. Cursor to selected. Set origin to 3D cursor. Alt G. Alright, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna select these edges here. Bevel them a bunch. How about bevel them twice? We'll bevel them. We'll select the edge. I guess this is fine. Oh, let me take the snap off. Jeez. Alright, and we'll select these and we'll bevel them out. There we go. Tell me about it. I knew I missed it at home, but there I realized how much I missed it. Yes, 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 yes. Gotta surround yourself with the odds. Well, I'm glad you were able to have that. That's awesome. Not a lot of people get to have that sort of opportunity. So, be ecstatic. Alright, so let's rotate this on the X45, negative 45. And let's bring this puppy over here. We'll grab him. Nope, wrong one. We're gonna put him here. Go. We'll bring this guy down here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna hit snap and we're gonna make sure that we have rotation on target. We'll hit face and center. Okay, there it is. So now it's perfectly on here. There we go. And then now I can start affecting it. Go, and I think it will affect the active element. There it is. Boom. There it is. What if I put an array on it? First, we'll put a mirror. And we'll make sure that the modifier or the origin is at the center. There we go. And then if I hit an array, oh, this is going the wrong way. Oh, there it is. There it is. The array goes first. But less. Maybe we'll do 6. There we go. Putting some tubes, some cells in there. Just for now, just to see what that looks like. Looks pretty nice, by the way. Big progress. You could sample a long line primitive with geo nodes. Oh, definitely. That way you can specify the start and the end and choose the amount of points. Oh yeah, I definitely plan at some point, once I build this out, start messing with geometry nodes. I'm still not confident in it and using it and thinking through it. And everything feels like it takes forever, so my dopamine doesn't get in there, but definitely a good idea. Alright, I messed up my camera again, as always. Go. Alright, and then last thing I want to do. Where are these guys? Collections. We'll call these vents. There's a 0. There's a lot of stuff that's not named here. We'll put these tubes in its own collection. Great. Bridge. This could be like power cells. That's a 0. We'll put this part of its own collection, you know, called room or lab main. Just so I have that organized. There we go. And then these power cells and vents are going to go on their own. They'll go into like extras. That's fine. We'll call it extras for now. We can always rename it. And then what is this plane here? Okay, we'll put this as lab bounds, and we'll just move this to lab main. We'll go to lab main, make sure it's invisible. There we go. Shapes there. Right. Alright, there's plenty more I definitely want to do. Let me just erase all this extra stuff. We can always make them again. Okay, some things I want to do is break up this the edge there, maybe with some more cables flowing out of it, kind of like a matrix scene or something like that. We got the tubes, blah blah blah. Let me make these panel bridges, and then I think I'm gonna call it. Today. So let's do this. Let's make our cube. Let's go and call this bridge. We'll bring this over there too. Bridge. Nope. There we go. Put it in bridge. We'll call this bridge panel. .000. Okay, and let's start making some panels just for now. I want to put my origin at the end here, so let's put the origin there. Set the origin 3D cursor. Scale it down. Let's make our main bridge thing invisible. We have our piece here. Grab, oh, take off snap. Grab on the Y. Bring back our bridge sheet. Let's see how thick it is. I forgot how thick it was. There it is. There it is. We'll bring it roughly to what it should be. Okay. There it is. We'll bring it out here. And for now, we'll just use an array on the Y-axis. We'll give it a little separation there. We'll hide it a bunch. You know, maybe we'll it doesn't have to be perfect. We'll fix it later. There we go. We'll get our first camera. Let's fix that. Let's save out of the way. Alright, let's bring our camera up. Let's rotate it down. There it is. Let's take off all the stuff, all the composition stuff on this one there. Okay. There we go. Different scenes here. Good stuff. You know, what's great about this array is obviously I can change it whenever I want. You know, we can go in here, bevel out these edges, you know. Let's put some caps on these just so they're more visually pleasing. And by caps I just mean, let's see if I can use that grid fill I've been seeing. Face, grid fill, there we go. Much nicer. And just for me, we'll do it at the bottom here too. Face, grid fill, okay. Okay. Things are looking good. Obviously I want to break up some silhouettes here with the cables. It would be nice. Let's look at this without any color changes. Still materials. Let's look at it. Alright. So let's look at this with Let's try a couple things. Let's call this world, you know, like HDRI, just to have it. Make sure that we are here. There we go. Alright, let's just add an HDRI that I just have laying around here. Grab. We'll just put one. It's under my. Is it C drive? Captures. Nope. Assets. HDRI. There you go. HDR Heaven. HDR Haven. Alright, let's put an indoor scene. We can always change the color later. Let's see if like what that would look like. Obviously, I don't like seeing that background there, so let's take that off. It's under what? It's under these render properties, film, transparent. There you go. You know, we can always put this through a color ramp and give it some interesting colors. Just to be able to see it for right now, right? Or we can just base this off nothing but dark. Take off, you know what, let's move this lamp. Let's put it into its own thing to lights. We'll call our utility, we'll call it cameras. There we go. We'll delete this collection since it's not, there's nothing even in it. Look how organized we are. I'm feeling good. Lights.000. We'll also put this one, you know, if we put this onto like our rendered view. There we go. Okay. Let's see if we could do something interesting. What if we set a downwards light? Let's just make that one invisible. Let's just add in some new lights. What if we added, and I should really be finishing now. Let's a few more minutes and then we're done. I got a lot done today. Let's do some area lamps. And let's bring it back here. Let's change the size of this from square to rectangle and make it super wide, and see about making it hella big or hella bright. Alright, cool. 10,000. Maybe we'll give it a tint of blue here. Oh, let's put this into the render view as well. It is. For this camera here, second one, oh, is that? Okay, I see. It's because that's the main camera. I was seeing what this red border was. Okay. So, you know, we got one main lamp up there. Let's try some different things, like it only works on the specular. I love these lamps. Take off the specular. Volume doesn't matter. Custom distance, let's mess with that. Oh, this is awesome. it like looks so menacing and dark. Like whatever's over there. Like look at that. Maybe if we made this a little shorter. Yeah, let's take it off the fuse and just put it on the specular. Look at that. Looking sick. Sick, bro! Looking sick! That's like the loudest I've been on stream because finally we're getting to something that looks cool. Okay. So I could definitely play with this all day. This will definitely be the next stream. I'm very excited. Bring some diffuse in maybe. And this is just one light, you know what I mean? Like, let's see if we like double up on these lights. Like, let's just do like an actual duplicate of it. Let's bring these out over the pipes. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, we can start looking. And if I think if I affect both of these, yeah, they're both connected. They're both using the same overhead or whatever. So we can bring this, oops, bring this out, like some of this stuff. Only the front, only the back. That custom distance is the best. Obviously with this, like this, ooh, even without custom distance, it's looking pretty GD sweet. Alright, there you go. We're getting there. This camera at the top, let's adjust it just so it cuts off right at the top there. There you go. It's looking pretty sweet. I think it would be cool if we could see some of these boxes. So let's do this. Let's duplicate once again these lights. They're all the same strength. And let's see if we can make them all smaller. There we go. We got like 4 lights covering it. Looking fucking sweet. Looking good. That's just the light color. Obviously we can make it bright, and then that's just on the specular, you know. We can just bring all of this up. There we go. That silhouette and the middle here with the boxes, beautiful. Bring them down a bit. And this is without materials, you know. It's looking nice. Alright, we got that motif. Okay, one last thing I'm gonna fix is just before I leave these tubes here. So let's bring it here. And I think these are connected. Yes, they are. So I'm going to select the face. And I'm going to... What am I gonna do? I'm gonna add a base to it. So let me cut it. Select the edge. Maybe more like that. Or let's cut it again. Let's cut it again. Select the faces. Extrude out. Right? Select the faces there. There we go. That looks like it's more intentional. Let's add some bevel so we can catch that light. And we'll do it at 0.1. 0.05. How about zone 3? There's 0.3. There we go. There we go. That looks much better. I don't like that these probably aren't symmetrical. So I'm going to delete one. I'm going to make sure it's origin. So let's do this. Get the origin. Set origin to 3D cursor. And let's put a mirror modifier. There we go. And now we got mirrored it up, baby. There we go. So let's go to the main camera. Oh no, not the main character. No. Let's go to camera 1. There we go. Let's look at it. Save. Let's do a quick render here. Yeah, you know, we're going good. Let's add in our other character a little closer, just so I can see them. There we go. Is this the third one? Damn, I made multiple ones. There you go. There we go. You know, I could probably break up the silhouette at the top here of the square with some more cables hanging around, stuff like that. But this is off to a real good start, guys. This is it. This is like that pre-planning phase. You know, let me go back to reference. Let me tie this all together to what we were looking at earlier. So yeah, we were seeing here like the motif of the cables. Obviously, we're gonna do some more fun stuff with that. There's like clasps. And if we were looking at the stuff in the silhouette, those are the boxes that I put up. Maybe I'll put some more hanging down. I think that'll be a good idea. Maybe up here, stuff hanging down from here, maybe. Let me keep going. So yeah, go through that. These tubes, yes, doing it, killing it. Maybe in those circles we could put these vents. But I did get the motif of like these circle vents here, close together. Oops. These circle vents, you can't see them. I drew them over, but like there's like circle stuff everywhere, more ridges. So we're definitely building up to something that's looking good and simple and clean. You know, there's all these insets that I'm going to be putting in. So I'm going to figure out a fun way to do those that is not the traditional way of doing it. But you'll see what I mean when I get down to texturing. Maybe some tubes that break apart a bunch, and then some better hookups. Sockets is what I need to do. Okay. Right now you can't see any sockets or anything going in, so I think I should try and get on those somehow. These walls could probably be bare with like cutting into lines. By the way, how are you doing, Chris? I'm like, oh, I'm doing fine. I'm doing real good, man. I'm really happy. I've been relaxing, feeling good, watching movies. I'm lowering all my projects so I can just work on my projects. So man, I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. You didn't have to, but thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, cool. So this is looking pretty sweet. Yeah, I definitely need to come back, figure out some more stuff, some more little stuff. I'm getting the big shapes down, but yeah. So Jiraj, Evelyn, Spitfire was here, Dash, Legend, and Freddy. All you guys are here. Thank you guys for being here. I'll do this next stream again. We'll just be continuing this project. It's looking pretty good, pretty sweet. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm real happy where it's heading. And yeah, looking clean. Hope everybody had a lot of fun. Let me go into my outro page here. Hope everybody had a lot of fun. Thank you for your time. Please leave a comment. Check out the Discord. I'll do this again next Saturday. We'll continue this project. Life is good. You're good. Everything's good. And oh, Lorenzo, yes, keep it up. And it will. We'll continue it. Let's think for Lorenzo. We'll take a last gander at it. Look at that. Looking sweet. No materials, just shapes. So it's looking pretty good. And we'll keep building up from there. I'll give a good think to how to do these things here. But I have some ideas with some textures and some drawings and stuff. So anyway, hopefully everybody had a good time. My outros are always really long. I appreciate you guys. Take care. Have a good one. Jiraj, good night. I know it's late over there. Go to sleep. Good night. Have a good one. I appreciate everybody here. Thank you. As always, pleasure's my side. Happy I can join this time. Yes, thank you. Have a good one, guys.